Hello everyone, Sniper here from First Frontier Foundations, and we are just wrapping up an operation on Tau Ceti, and I figured I would show you guys what that teardown process looks like. So, without further ado, I'm going to show you guys a few slides. You're going to want to sort out the parts for the game, as you have just used them. Sorting out the module tiles, the different types of cards, sorting out the NFC enabled cards and the non-NFC enabled cards. So that will be the directives and decrees. And then the artifacts, co-op goals, reference cards, promo cards, assistant cards, unique goal cards, standard semi-cooperative goals, advisor cards, and Oxfleet cards. Then you're also going to want to sort out the individual board and token components, including the modules, the corridors, the module tiles, which are sorted based on whether or not they have an action in their primary state or in the green state. The individual tokens such as experience, political advantage, Terran goods, and the player tokens, the abilities, the different boards, and the corridors. Once this is done, you'll start with the bottom tray, which is the shortest of the three trays, and in this one we'll take the shortest modules. That'll be the 3 residential domes, landing pad, the consulate, laboratory, the embassy, the bunker, which must be stored inverted in the special hole that is shown on the side. Does not need to sit perfectly flush. Not the spaceport, despite the fact that it is short enough. It is quite large. The hangar, health and sports center, tanks, hydroponics dome, temporary residence cubes. That is the laboratory, that is not the tanks. These are the tanks. Cryogenics cube, which will be a rather snug fit, and the storage warehouse. Then go to the next tray, which will include the Ark, community tower, atmospheric synthesizer, technical zone, life support, an automatic well, galactic marketplace, which again will be a tight fit, community tower, which is also a slightly tighter fit, spaceport, security dome, both solar power plants, industrial dome, prison dome, and correction, the academy module goes in the shorter dome, and the laboratory goes, or no, the tanks goes in the top. You'll now have a stack like this, and you'll be ready for the main component tray. For the main component tray, you'll want to make sure that the shallow spot, which is this corner here with the punch out, is above the Ark. First thing you want to do is put the obelisk and nuclear power plant in the top 2 tall sockets. Then return the components to the bags as required. The largest bag is for the Terran goods. Take extra precaution to ensure that the corridors do not get bent pins when loading them into the bag. The corridors should all be laying flat inside the bag along the bottom, or be stood up. What you don't want is a mix mix of orientations will damage the pins on them. Do not wind the corridor bag as shown compared to the other bags here where they have been wound to take all of the air out. Take the module tile structures, place them into the deep large pocket on the side opposite the obelisk and nuclear slots. Then take the ability tiles, split the pile in half. Half goes beside, half goes on top. Now it's time to deal with the cards. My preferred methodology is to sort the cards based on a structure that I am going to use them in. So I will take all of the decree cards and place them facing the same direction back in the box along the side slot. My cards are double sleeved, so they take up more room in the box. However, this is not a problem. All of the components fit in the box quite neatly. I do have to slightly squeeze the cards sometimes to let the air back out of the cards. Finally, I will take the directives and clock them in the opposite direction. Because the solo mode does not use the directives, I want them sorted out. Not to mention, whenever you will use the directives, they will always be handed off to the characters as required. They are not randomized. Finally, I will take the credit bag and the political advantage bag and put those there. I'll then take the corridors and the arc tile, placing the arc tile in the designated pocket, placing the two endorsement tiles, and then place the corridors against the decrees. I'll then take the 4 promo cards, place those in the bottom of one of the pockets. I'll take the 4 fleet cards and place those in the bottom of the opposite pocket. Those are the cards that we're least likely to use. I'll then take the artifact stack, place it there. The artifact cards are all clocked the same direction. I'll then take the goal cards and clock them opposite of each other. It does not matter which one goes at the top or the bottom. It's entirely based on preference, based on which mode you think you will play more. I think I will play more solo and co-op because I'm trying to do a lot of content. And what I'll actually do is take those back out, because I will put the special goals at the bottom of that pile, so they're always with the blue goals. I'll then take the assistants and advisor cards, so those will always be used, as will the artifacts, and place those in there on top of the artifacts, and then I'll place the reference cards, which will also always be used on top of those. I'll then take the player boards and place them in between. I'll take the Terran goods, place them in the remaining pocket. I'll place the experience beside it, and then I'll place the tokens directly on top. And finally, take the solo board and place it along the top. Now sometimes I'll try to place it there so that it does, or that it compresses the cards, or I'll even place it here so it holds the cards tight. This does not always work. So then I'm left with the player boards sitting unevenly on top of them. This is a matter of personal preference. We'll then transfer the trays to the box. This setup could have also been done in the box. I was merely doing it for camera transparency. Again, making sure These do support the weight of their components. The bunker is upside down. Trays go in. The cloth or the arc is in the top right corner, which means the Terran goods must also be in the top right corner. I like to keep my pin inside the box, at least for now, and then we simply close the box, which has 0 lid lift. And that's packed up, ready to go for the next stop.